our beloved viewers, welcome to this English news edition. Here are the top stories. A launch of the pilot phase of Djibouti Mosquitoes Allies program. And on the international scenes, Kenya and USA Technologies on Innovation of the Center of President Ruto. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margil, expressed his hope for a return, a quick message of national harmony to the brotherly Republic of Yemen, which was celebrated yesterday, Wednesday, which is the anniversary of unity. This came in a congratulatory telegram he sent to Yemeni President to by the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, who added that Djiboutian people and the government share with me an expression of sympathy and solidarity with the brotherly nation of Yemen, renewing our country's commitment to peace and stability and unity in Yemen and its people. The first batch of Djiboutian pilgrims, numbering about 130, arrive at the Mecca to perform the religious obligation of a lifetime. Upon their arrival in the Holy Land, the Djiboutian pilgrims receive a warm welcome by a number of Djiboutian pilgrims mission, the Minister of Islamic Affairs to call necessary measures to provide an atmosphere favorable for the Djiboutian pilgrims for this year, 2024. It is noteworthy that the Saudi authorities annually design regulation and plans a process to ensure the safety of pilgrims, including, for example, of traffic rules and regulation traffic, and in order to avoid incident, which helps reduce the congressions and undesirable. It should be noted that the number of Djiboutian pilgrims registered with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, but also the Muslims endowment, and for these was as estimated about the 1,400 Hajj pilgrims. Under the high patronage of the Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, the Minister of Health organized the event this morning at the People's Palace, the occasion of launch of a pilot phase of that program called Allies Mosquitoes Program in Djibouti within the framework of the National Control Program Mosquitoes. The Republic of Djibouti began developing the Djibouti Allies Mosquitoes Program a year ago, 2023. Since the infection disease, as of which are the public health program, this program include the development of new innovative tools in malaria vectors control, but also the fever. The launch ceremony was attended by the Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Roble Abdille, and members of a government, parliamentarians, representative of diplomatic corps, and representative of United Nations organization, in addition to technicians from the Allied program Mosquitoes in Djibouti. On this occasion, the authorities in charge of a program presented a report on this stage experimental for participants. In an intervention by the Minister of Environment and Sustainable Development, Mr. Mohammed Abdul Qadir Musa Halam expressed his happiness at launching this program, which should be the appropriate solution to eliminate malaria and mosquitoes. In turn, the Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Roble Abdillah, welcomed the effort being made by his ministries of health to combat against malaria, and this new system, which is being tested in Brazil, the United States, representing important tools in the fight against malaria. The Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, in his speech, noted that this new method in order to combat malaria is a means to achieve the government's goals. These technologies is based using the principle of gene drive in a cycle mosquitoes reproductions by preventing the generation of female mosquitoes that transmit a disease, conclude the Prime Minister. A high-level delegation led by the Minister of Interior, Mr. Saeed Nuh Hassan, chairman of the committee, participated in national counter-terrorism works of the 38th session of the National Committee to Counter Terrorism at the level of Collective Financial Actions Committee, which was held in Bahrain. The Minister of Interior was accompanied by, on this visit, by the Attorney General, Mr. Jama Suleiman, who is also the National Coordinator and Legal Advisor to the President of the Republic, His Excellency, and also the Djibouti has been members of Financial Action Task Forces since 2018 to combat money laundering and terrorist financing. Our country also received within the framework of a mutual evaluation financial action task the forces expert to conduct a file. The Republic of Djibouti participated, which received the first draft of the mutual evaluation report on the 4th May, and the special importance before returning of a command planned for June 3rd to June 2023 in our country, participating in a number of member state of financial action task for the Middle and North Africa proposal regarding the Memorandum of Understanding and draft agreement on bilateral issues. The Minister of Labor in charge of social protections, Mr. Umar Abdi Said, participated in the day yesterday, Wednesday, in Qatar capital, Doha, at the conference of lunch, the African Dialogue, regarding the expatriate workers in the presence of the minister working in the state of Qatar and ambassador of Qatar upon the Commissioner for Health, the Humanitarian Affairs and Social Development, and also the Director General of Executive Office of the Council of Minister of Labor and Council of Minister of Social Affairs in countries, the Gulf of Cooperation Council, a number of Arab and African labor ministers and representative of International Labor Organization, but also the African Commission and Society, experts and academic, the 33 countries, including the countries of Gulf of Aden Cooperation, participated in the 25 African countries. The Doha Dialogue comes within the framework of agreement between the State of Qatar and the African Union for the purpose of developing a consultative mechanism between African countries and Gulf countries for better implementation practices that will enhance regional cooperation efforts and partnership to improve the recruitment of workers from African countries and the strengthening of principles transitions between the regions. In his speech on this occasion, the Minister of Labor, Mr. Umar Abdi Said, referred to this meeting, which comes at the crucial time, given there are many challenges, including the climate change and economic transformation that many countries are witnessing, which it has a significant impact on labor market and labor mobility. He also stressed the need to improve the management of expatriate labor mobility and the labor cycle that contracted, and promoting first employment, stressing also the importance of the regional cooperation and international file of labor recruitment between Africa and the Gulf of countries cooperation, the Lebanon, but also Qatar, conclude the minister. The Director General for the National Agency for Persons with Special Needs, Mr. Douali Said, visit the office of the Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity, Ms. Ulufa Ismail Abdu, as part of an initiative aimed at employing 150 young people with disability in all ministries. During this meeting, the director of director of this agency stressed that the initiative falls within the framework of the vision of the head of state, His Excellency Samal Margili, which represent an important step towards inclusion and equal opportunities for people with special need. The Minister of Social Affairs has already integrated young people with special need, private employment, including two young men and two young women. These major represent a new beginning of integration and enhancing youth skills in situation with the disability. During this meeting, the two parties discussed ways to implement the professionals integration program, which the young people who benefit from this initiative express their gratitude to the President of the Republic and the Director of National Agency for People with Special Need and the Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity, as they share their joy and hope that they could contribute effectively in the development of their country thanks to this unique opportunity. In his speech, the Director General of the National Agency for Persons with Special Need, Mr. Said Mr. Douali, recalled the aim of in order to create an inclusive work environment adapted to the specific need of these young people. This initiative demonstrates the government's commitment to promote equal opportunities and support the people with special needs in their quest for independence and dignity. For her part, the Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity, Ms. Ulufa Ismail Abdu, thanked her ministries and but also in her speech by the Director General of the agency, professional effort she is making toward the employment for the youth who face with the special need. The Secretary of State in charge of sport, Mr. Hassan Mohammed Kamel, received this morning in his office the Director General of the National Agency for Persons with Special Need, Mr. Douali Said. This meeting falls within the framework of the existing cooperation between the two main institutions. The Director General of the National Agency for People with Special Need expressed his gratitude to the Minister, the state of in charge of sport, for employing 5 young people with disabilities in various file the section of his ministerial department. This gesture falls within the framework of new policies launched by the head of the state, His Excellency Ismail Mergili, which aim to provide opportunities for persons with special need and also promoting their full integration into society. He also expressed his hope that this event will help change perceptions and strengthen society more inclusive and equitable. For his part, Mr. Hassan Mohammed Kamil expressed his gratitude to the Director General of Agency of National and also praising the initiative of the head of state. The meeting took place in the presence of several important figures, including Ms. Khadija Ibrahim, the Secretary General of the State Secretariat for Sport, but also Mr. Ismail Dabar, the administration's financial director, as well as the newly assigned youth and other responsible for both institutions. The Secretary of State in charge of sport, Mr. Hassan Mohamed Kamel, in his speech, confirmed his commitment to supporting the agency provide a new employee with an appropriate professional environment. He also expressed that the importance of giving opportunities to everyone, especially the person with special need. They are often marginalized. The minister congratulated the wonderful work done by the national agency and praised the wise leadership of its Director General. During an official ceremony held in Manila, in the capital of the Republic of Philippines, the Djiboutian ambassador Ibrahim presented his invitation yesterday, Wednesday, the 2nd of May, the 22 May, to in order to receive his credential letters as Ambassador Extraordinary Commissioner of the Republic of Djibouti to the Republic of Philippines, residing in Tokyo, Japan. The President of the Republic of Philippines, before the official presentations of his credential letters, Djibouti's new ambassador received a warm welcome, a standing ovation from the National Guards. Ambassador Mr. Ibrahim conveyed a greeting of His Excellency the President of the Republic and his wishes of health and prosperity to the President of Philippines. The President of the Philippines welcomed the ambassador and asked him in turn to convey his warm congratulations to the head of state and thank the government of Djibouti for the recent rescue of sailors in Philippines quickly returned to their homeland to Djibouti after their ship was hit as an anti-ship missiles in Gulf of Aden. The Djiboutian ambassador thanked the President of the Republic and said that he was honored to continue and strengthen relation of friendship and cooperation existing between the two countries. It was yesterday morning the National Institute of Public Administration held in a closing ceremony for the batches. The second include training of management and organization of public institutions. This program is effective and important to enhance the skills of participants in public administration to achieve the country's ambitious development goals. He participated in this conclusion in addition to the Director General of the National Institutions of Administration, Mr. Sharmaki Idris, and the Secretary General of the Ministry of Labor, Mr. Abdallah Ali, and many high-ranking French figures. The participants stress the importance of these training courses in developing competence and administrative personnel to manage and monitor, but also evaluate projects. The aim of this meeting, which is to establish effective coordination mechanism between the different ministries and develop a base solid skills of managers on project about the management, monitoring, and evaluation. By investing in the education and training of managers for public administration, the Institute lays a solid foundation for modern, effective, and development-oriented in order to manage and sustainable for the nation. It was yesterday, Wednesday, the International Schools for Judicial Police hosted a closing event, training courses on development investigator skills for the benefit of the batch's members. The 17th, which lasts 6 weeks. This session begin on the 14th on April through a joyful ceremony praised over by the acting general staff of the Gendarmeries, Colonel Ali Mohammed Roble, and the representative of the Attorney General, Mr. Ibrahim Hussein. The event, which was held at the International Police Judicial School, was attended by the Prefect of Arta and also the head of Regional Council and the attached internal security at the French Embassy, Colonel Defense, and the Ethiopian Embassy in Djibouti, representative of the Director General for the National Police and coordinators of the listing the National Union of Djibouti Women, in addition to several senior gendarmerie officials. This occasion comes after the training completed these courses, which lasted for a period of time of 6 weeks in intensive training in modern investigation technique. In his speech, Colonel Hussein Mohammed Qayyad, Director of International Training School, pointed out in his speech the judicial police highlighted the importance of these training courses for members. The investigation or the result of the wise policies, he said, of the President of the Republic and Commander of the Army Forces, but also the firm desire to the unity countries, he concluded. The Minister of Women and Family organized an awareness session on protecting and combating children's rights, the violence inflicted on them as violence and as well as their protection from the internet and the neighborhood. This event was organized as part of awareness and information program dedicated to parents, mothers, and youth of this neighborhood on issues related to children's rights. At the heart of this session, a dynamic exchange took place between parents and representatives from section dedicated to children protection. Participants emphasized the importance of protecting children from the negative side of the internet, guide them to the benefit that these tools can provide on a daily basis. This occasion was attended by the senior figures from the Ministry of Women and Families. This event highlighted the importance of raising parents' awareness of child protection issues and combating them violence in order to build a safer and respectful future for all children. And now moving on to the international level, U.S. President Joe Biden received his Kenyan counterpart William Ruto at home on Wednesday on the first state visit by an African president to Washington on 15 years at a time when Washington is facing geopolitical headwinds across the continent African. The reception took place shortly after 4 p.m. local time and 8 p.m. at the TA the two leaders then participated in an innovations roundtable with the business leaders in preparation for the official state visit, which will be held on Thursday amid protocol ceremonies. Joe Biden praised the well-functioning partnership between the two countries while raising the President William Ruto 60 years of a solid friendship. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.